Now time to get you posted on the very latest local and international sports news here on the AM show. My name is Asari Bediako, and tonight all the 24 teams, including Ghana, will discover their respective group opponents for this year's Africa Cup of Nations in a draw which will be held in Cairo. Benedito Usu is there and looks ahead to the big event tonight.
Egypt is ready for the draw which is happening here later tonight. Everything they are doing clearly shows how prepared they are to host the rest of Africa for this year's Africa Cup of Nations in June. Yesterday at the Cairo International Airport when we arrived, we saw that they have a designated hall for those that are coming in for the draw in terms of visa entry and issues with accreditation. Other great personalities are here for this draw. I'm talking about African legends. Myself, I saw Yaya Toure, former Ivorian player who once played for Manchester City and Barcelona. And on our side, I'm talking about Ghana. Coach Kwesi Appiah is already here, Normalization Committee Chairman Dr. Kofi Amwa, as well as Dr. KK Sapon, who was recently appointed as Chairman of the Black Stars Management Committee, is also here. We expect the Deputy Sports Minister, Peo Kujeto, who recently traveled to the United States of America, to also join the team here for the draw tonight. And of course, it's at this draw that Ghana will know which team they are going to play in the group stages of this year's Africa Cup of Nations. Benedito Usu reporting from Cairo, Egypt.
Ghana will not be seeded for this year's Africa Cup of Nations and could now face a tough group when the draw is made this night in Cairo. Moses Yeboah of Joy Sports has more in the following report.
The Confederation of African Football (CAF) confirmed on Thursday that the 6-seeded countries would be host Egypt, holders Cameroon, Nigeria, Tunisia, Senegal and Morocco. Coach Kwesi Appiah's side find themselves in Pot 2 and will be drawn against one of the top seeds when the groups are decided. The pots and seedings of the 24 qualified teams were decided based on the latest FIFA World Rankings released on 4th April 2019. Ghana gained 2 points, which was not enough to help their cause of being seeded. The 24 finalists have been divided into 4 pots, each containing 6 teams, which will be drawn into the 6 first-round groups. After the first round, the top 2 sides in each group will advance to the second round, along with the top 4 best third-place teams. The 2019 Africa Cup of Nations will run from 21st June to 19th July and will for the first time have 24 teams. Pot 1 is made up of Egypt, Cameroon, Senegal, Tunisia, Nigeria and Morocco. Pot 2, DR Congo, Ghana, Mali, Cote d'Ivoire, Guinea and Algeria. Pot 3, South Africa, Uganda, Benin, Mauritania, Madagascar and Kenya. And in Pot 4, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Guinea-Bissau, Angola, Tanzania and Burundi.
When the normalization special competition enters day 5 this weekend, House of Folk will play against Liberty Professionals at the Carindorf Park on Sunday. And ahead of the big game, their coach, Kem Grant, says he's eager to build a strong team for the future.
You have to understand, this club is in transition. I'm trying to build a team, not short-term, long-term. And we will do our best to try to win this tournament. First of all, we need to, game by game, and try and get out to the group. And once we progress past the group, we'll look from there. But the fans and the club itself, we're restructuring the club to build a team for long-term success, not short-term. This is a short-term tournament to prepare for normalization of a new league and new progression of the... Yeah, we have to think about that. It's a project to get this football, Ghana football back on its feet again. So we have to look at that. And my side of things is I have to build a team. And I'm not looking short-term, I'm looking long-term. I brought in young players that when the new registration window, I'll look to strengthen again, I'll look to try to build it. So it's a long-term process. Yes, I understand it's a big club and wants to be successful and win things. But also you have to think about, they have to change their mindset that I'm trying to build a new team and then build a new structures, infrastructure. Poberman is happening. We're going to get other things, Umbro kits coming. So it's a long-term plan that we've got in place. And yes, I understand there's frustrations that this club needs to win. This club hasn't won nothing for 14 years, more than that. And now we're putting, thank you, and now we're trying to resolve that situation by building a team. So they have to be patient. Rome was not built in a day. And I've only been here for 3 months, and I've recruited young boys in, and they are now blooding themselves to get experience. And they have to be patient, and I have a very, very talented squad. and they will get better and they will improve. So it's about the fans understanding how a football club is built and a team is built.
So there are great games to look forward to in the normalization special competition, day 5 this weekend, and the fixtures will be on the screens pretty shortly. Cairo FC will play against Inter Allies, Diana Stars versus Wa All Stars, Ashgold versus Mediama Sporting Club, Bechem United up against Asante Kotoko, 11 Wonders, Brekum Chelsea Dreams versus Wafa, Dwarfs versus Elmina Sharks, and Liberty Professionals will welcome Accra House of Folk to the Carl Randolph Park in Dansuman. We're going to check out the top scorers chart and see. So now let's check out how the scorers chart looks like in the ongoing normalization special competition. Abdul Fattah Safi of Asante Kotoko leads with 4 goals, and Insunguse Junior Effiong of Inter Allies has 3 goals. Diawise Taylor of Kaila 2 goals. Razak Cromwell of Dreams FC has 2 goals. Emmanuel Aduru of Liberty Professionals also has 2 goals. Kingsford Opoku of Wafa Joseph Esau, the new sensation in this competition, has 2 goals. He plays for Accra House of Folk. Solomon Safu Taylor of Kaila FC has 2 goals. And Kwame Boateng of Mediama Sporting Club has scored 2 goals after 4 games. So Diego Costa will not be in action for Atletico Madrid when they take on Girona at the Wanda Metropolitano. So full results of games to expect in the La Liga will be on the screen pretty shortly. Barcelona are away to Huesca. So Espanyol will play Alaves Huesca versus Barcelona. Atletico Madrid, Celta Vigo, Sevilla will play against Betis. It is the Sevilla derby. Valladolid, Getafe, Atletico Bilbao will play against Rayo Vallecano at the San Mamés. Real Sociedad will meet Eibar in San Sebastian. Girona versus Villarreal, and the other games will follow. Valencia versus Levante. Leganes will welcome Real Madrid. Now to the English Premier League, and the big game is the one involving Liverpool and Chelsea at Anfield, and it's a potentially title deciding game for the English Premier League. Leicester City versus Newcastle, Tottenham versus Huddersfield, Brighton, Bournemouth, Burnley, Cardiff, Fulham will play against Everton, Southampton, Wolves, Manchester United will be chasing a win after losing to Barcelona. They will play against West Ham, Crystal Palace, Manchester City. Manchester City should win this game if they are to mount a challenge for the Premier League title. Liverpool, Chelsea obviously is the top liner, and Arsenal travel to Vicarage Road to play against Watford. And that's all we've got time for on today's edition of Sports here on the AM show on the Joy News channel on Multi TV. For more sports news, there's only one place to go, the sports page on myjoyonline.com. You can also follow us on social media. On Twitter, our handle is JoySportsGH, and on Facebook, you can find us at Joy Sports. My name is Asari Bediako. The AM show continues. Have a fantastic day.